Now that our son's bedroom is mostly finished with all the trim work and paint, we can start with the furnishings, and that means he needs a bed, and that's what I'm going to be working on today, is assembling Maverick's new bed. We ordered this bed online. It's just a basic, nice looking bed. I think it'll go with the room well. Some people have asked us if we're going to be doing a ship bed or something more nautical themed. And no, we're going to keep it simple. Honestly, a lot of the ship beds are large because they're decorative, and his room's pretty small, so we decided to just get a sleek little bed. Well guys, this bed came together quick and easy, and I am so happy with it. The wood, it's all solid wood, and it looks beautiful in here, and it matches so good with the trim. And it's very sturdy, very well made. I'm glad we found it. Now we can get a mattress in here, and Maverick will be ready, just about ready to sleep in here.
Oh, I can't wait.
So Belle helped us get this bed made, and it looks so much better now. And we'll figure out a blanket later. For now, it's just sheets. So for now, I'm going to turn my attention away from the bed and get these doors installed. So as you can see, we never installed our doors, but we did refinish them. We were able to save the original doors that came with this home and just touched them up, made them look a little bit more fresh again. Now the clear finish on it isn't perfect. I should put a little more time into perfecting it. But for now, we don't have the time. We're going to get them installed, and I can always fix them later if we need to. Let's see how it works. Now it might be hard to see, but I didn't realize these hinge holes, they're pretty stripped out. And so I'm going to have to fill those holes first. I don't think they're going to hold a screw very well, so I'll go ahead, throw some wood putty in there, let it dry, and then we'll drill it out again for new screw holes. And I know everybody tells me to use toothpicks. I don't own any toothpicks. We don't buy toothpicks. So I usually have to use a dowel or wood putty or whatever I have on hand. But we'll get those holes filled in, let that dry before doing this door, and we'll just work on something else in the meantime. So I guess we'll start installing the hardware on Maverick's door. I already started by installing the latch, but now we get to install the plates, and you guys have seen this before. Unless you're new here, this is the hardware we're installing, and it's very fancy, kind of old style. So let me screw this one on the outside, and then I'll show you guys me doing the other one on the inside. So you can see we got this one installed. And now I did already pre-drill some holes for this so I could line it up quick for you guys, but all I do, there's no science here. You just put it on here and you just line it up. I kind of lift it up and down until this doesn't move. You can kind of see where it's centered. And then I just make sure it's centered on the door and I pre-drill my holes. So you just eyeball it. And now for the doorknobs, check these out. Remember, we bought these special blue glass doorknobs for Maverick's bedroom, our son's bedroom. And he's got the blue room, so he gets the blue knobs. Or maybe it's the other way around, right? You have the blue knobs, so you get the blue room. Let's get these on here. So there it is, guys, all installed. Maverick's door. Now, it does have a lock on it right behind the knob. So just an interesting little feature, and cool, looks good. Maverick loves this color. He thinks it's the best knob in the house. But that's another job done, and don't worry, the squeaking just adds to the old house effect. The next thing we're going to do is work on this closet and make it functional, which means we need shelves. Now, the way we're designing these closets, it's not really meant for clothes storage. We're actually going to be doing just shelves on either side all the way up and just making it a storage closet. We decided to do this for both our children's bedrooms because the bedrooms aren't very big, because our kids have their toys and their art supplies and their various odds and ends, and they are bound to collect more over the years, so they need a place to keep their stuff. So we thought this would be more valuable to just store extra stuff out of the way, keep the room clean, and we'll just buy a separate wardrobe that we can hang clothes in and have drawers for all the clothing separate from this. So we'll have a clothing closet and we'll have a storage closet. I think it just makes sense for us. To make shelves in here, we're going to do a really simple adjustable shelving system. Now for the shelves themselves, we're going to be using these 1-inch thick pine stair treads. So I picked these up at Lowe's. They're 11¼ inches deep. They have a rounded front edge, really thick. They look nice, so they're going to work good as shelves. Since they come 4 feet long, I can cut them straight down the middle, have two 2-foot shelves. That's the perfect width for our closet, 2 feet deep. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get 4 of these cut in half for 8 shelves, and then we'll go to the next step. So the reason we're doing these holes is because we're going to be using these shelf brackets right here. And you can see they have a little tip on there to help keep the shelves from sliding off. In our case, the shelf is bigger than the bracket, so I'm making a little notch for that little tab to set into. And that's going to make it so the shelf just doesn't go anywhere. It sits flat. Just a quick update before I start finishing these. I finished drilling all the holes for each shelf. And as you can see, I created a little staining setup. We're going to be staining all these shelves Cabernet like the bedroom trim. So I just took a piece of scrap wood and I screwed all the shelves to it right in the center with one screw, and they're all just sturdy. So now I can do both sides without touching or flipping them. I'll stain both sides, all the ends. And then we're probably going to oil these with some tung oil. That's my setup for staining. I'm going to get right into it. as you guys saw, that worked quite well. I'm happy that we did it this way instead of what we did last time, stacking them up on racks, and it was a mess. Anyway, we're going to let these dry. They're pretty dry, but they have to set before we can clear them. I think, like I said, we're probably just going to do a tung oil finish. So we'll work on that later today. And in the meantime, we'll get some lunch and we'll install the shelf brackets in the closet. So I am installing the closet tracks right now. These are just a single track shelf bracket holder. I don't know what it's called, but it just screws to the wall. It's easy. So we're just leveling them up, and you can see I got one in there right now. After they're screwed to the wall, of course, you take the shelf brackets, you put them in here and you hit them down with a hammer to lock them in, so they have to be hammered down. But they are adjustable, you just pop them back out if you need to. We're only doing the single shelf brackets. I know they make a track with 2 slots with the wider brackets that are more sturdy. We just don't need it because we're holding 2-foot shelves and they're tiny shelving, and this is enough for that. This isn't the most easy way or cheapest way to install closet shelves. I know there are cheaper ways to do this. I could just tack some wood to the walls and plop the shelves in it. But for as far as future adjustability goes, this is a pretty basic system. And so we paid a few dollars for these brackets and everything because I like being able to adjust it later rather than having permanent shelving. So that's the thought behind that. I'm going to keep getting these screwed in to the closet here. Okay, we have all the shelf brackets installed where I want them, so I'm going to go ahead and wipe down those shelves. I actually tongue oiled them, so they're already done being oiled. And I can wipe them down, put them in here to cure on the shelf brackets. They'll be out of the way, and we'll just leave them for a week before we start putting stuff on them. I just wanted to show you guys the shelves during the daytime now that we have some better light in here. Like I said, I'm going to give these time to cure, but they're dry to the touch. The oil soaks in pretty quick. I only gave them 1 coat, but it was one really heavy coat, so it's good enough for closet shelving. And you might notice that I was able to install the closet door, which is very cool. So we got that screwed on. I still need to put the knob on the closet. I was saving that for you guys, so let's do that right now. On his main door, we installed this really fancy hardware. Well, on the closet, we're keeping it a little more simple and just doing this smaller, but still pretty hardware set. And I know these doors clash. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Time to make a mess in your room. I just want to make sure this sits really flat. I like this part to be.
Yep.
So I got it so it fits in pretty good. Well guys, I struggled through it and we managed to get it done, so it's done. We got the latch on, we got the knob installed, and we have a functional closet door, functional bedroom door. So we still have some work to do in this room. For example, I still need to hole fill. I'm just getting a little bit lazy on that because I've just had so much to do, and we have a little desk that we want to put together for his room. I think that's going to be a project for another day. The room is at that point where it's a finished room. All the trim work is done. Hardware, knobs, doors, everything. Now I know we're going to get the question, when is Maverick moving in? Because people are always excited to see that first night or to know when it's going to happen. Believe it or not, he slept in his room for the first time last night. He was so excited to have his new bed put together that he wanted to sleep in here, and he loved it. He slept good all by himself in his own room. So that was his first night in the room. Little by little, it's going to get better in here. We're just happy it came out good.
Yeah. Are you sure I'm not in there?
You're not in there. I can have you in there.
I don't want to be in there.
So I'm going to go ahead and clean up my mess, get all the tools out of here, vacuum up my sawdust, and we're going to call it good enough for now. A couple more additions. We just installed this door stop up here. Since we have wooden walls, we can put our door stops anywhere. We don't have to worry about flimsy drywall. And we like them up in the air because they stay out of the way. You don't have to worry about a door stop that you have to clean around at the floor level. So we just put it up here. And this one, unfortunately, we screwed a piece to the door also that we just refinished, but it's a magnetic latch so that if we want it to stay open, it just stays open. It doesn't swing shut, because previously we had trouble with this door closing on its own because it's crooked. Right now, these hinges are tight enough that the door doesn't do that anymore. But just in case, I mean, we already bought it, might as well install it. So there's the door stop. Since Maverick is officially moved in, we can start bringing some of his toys in here. And I wanted to show you guys some cool little organizers that he keeps his Legos in. Now, I shouldn't say his Legos, it's everybody's Legos, it's Belle's Legos, it's my Legos.
It's not mine. I don't care about them.
We all play. So anyway, I found these little carts and I thought they were perfect for them to keep organized. And it's all solid wood. And what I liked about them is that the drawers, literally, they just come right out. And I liked that because they can take out the Legos they want in their trays. They just act like trays and they can play wherever they need them. But it helps them keep organized. And they have them all organized by color. Each of these with their own little thing. You know, you get the point. And we didn't do that just for video. These guys are organized, especially Belle. She loves staying organized. That's just toys, Lincoln Logs, and some built pieces, but the rest is all just, you know, various things. So, like I said, this has been a really good setup for them because it lets them stay organized. It gives them a place to put stuff so they know where to put it away, and keeps it all compact, and it's just nice. But so since we like these so much, we wanted to make sure we had a good spot for them in Maverick's room. When we did his closet shelving, we intentionally stopped them pretty high so that if they wanted to clean the room up, these will slide in. Right on either side of the closet, just like that. Keeps them out of the way, and they still have plenty of storage space up above. And once we get a light in the closet, it'll be a lot better, and he can actually come in here and just pull out the trays he wants. He doesn't even have to slide these out. They can stay in there.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. Those fit good.
Really good.
So I guess that's all we have for now, but what a transformation this space has been from the beginning when we bought the house.
It was so different. It was just all dark, and we had the curtain here hanging up, covering the...
With the peace signs.
Yeah. It was like dirty, and the closet was gross, and now it just feels so amazing.
So to go from that and to come to this point that we're standing in is pretty amazing. And it's just nice because this is like the first time in 2 years that Ashley has walked in here in socks.
Yeah.
It feels clean, finished. So, thanks for watching. And until next time, take care.
See ya.
Bye.